So I had a student who asked me a question. Actually, this question has been asked multiple times, so I'm going to bring some light to this question and answer. How fast can I go over the speed limit and not get a ticket or be penalized by the DMV? Well, I have to tell you the truth. You're not allowed to go over the speed limit under any circumstance. Think of it this way. The car that you're driving was engineered by a very smart person who can make sure the vehicle doesn't fall apart when you're driving down the road and the wheels don't come off or something unexpected happen that will cause you to lose your life. The speed limits were also engineered by someone who knows exactly what they're doing to keep you safe and other people safe on the road, pedestrians, you name it. So you shouldn't go over the speed limit because there's a safety parameter here that keeps everyone on the road in a peaceful, livable way. So that is the question and the answer to that particular question. Now, a follow-up to that question is, if I'm going 5 miles over the speed limit, will a police officer pull me over and give me a ticket? Yes, they can. However, police officers have discretion. So what condition is the road? Is it slippery? Is it snowing? Is it raining? Is it dry? Are there any other cars around you? Are you in the left lane? Are you in the passing lane when there's nobody else around? You should be in the right lane if you're not passing anyone, for example, on the highway, while you're driving in the left lane. So you can be stopped for these reasons, even if you're going 1 mile over the speed limit. Driving is a risk, and we all choose to accept that risk and take that risk. And if you choose to sign that permit, therefore you accept that risk, you also accept that you might be stopped by the police, ticketed and or fined for violating the rules. It sounds a bit more than you might expect and harsh, but that is the reality. It's what we have to do to keep our cars on the road and get on with our life. Thank you. Now, here's another question. I have a question from Christine. She has a question. Roy, how come everybody is always speeding? When I'm practicing, driving with my driving instructor, everyone speeds by, they honk, and they misbehave. Can't they see we're just practicing? Why don't they show some respect? Well, it's complicated, but I can address the part about the speeding situation. The speed is basically a guideline. Eventually, as we get more experienced and we feel more comfortable, we tend to deviate from the rules just a bit. That includes me, and that includes you. It seems as though at this time when you are beginning to drive that you're never going to break the rule and everybody else is breaking the rule. It makes you feel as though you should break the rules too. Now, I'm not saying that you should break the rules. I'm just saying sometimes you're breaking the rules and you don't realize you're in fact breaking the rules. I have students sometimes who are driving on their very first driving lesson, and because they don't have a good feel for how the car operates or even their speed or even know what the speedometer actually is, they're over the speed limit even on their first lesson and they do not realize they're breaking those rules. So speeding is a situation that, for example, let's say you're driving 5 miles over the speed limit. Is that speeding? Yes. Let's assume somebody passes you by and you think they're going 50 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour speed limit zone. Is that speeding? Yes. So who's right and who's wrong? Well, in this case, both people are wrong. So it's a situation where we do the best we can to manage our responsibility and stay within the law, because the law is a guideline to keep everyone safe. Do the best you can and drive for yourself and obey the law according to how you see the law, and don't worry too much about the other people. Otherwise, it's just going to get you really distracted and probably upset as well. Just focus on you and you'll be just fine.